Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another Gold Coast Suns My Coach video. Today we're taking on the Bombers at the MCG. We've actually started the season pretty good, 2-0 on the record as you guys can see. Our first game we played at the MCG, so we can take a lot of confidence out of that. We got the job done, and today we're back at the MCG taking on the winless Bombers. So the other My Coach team that I've got going on in this channel. So it'll be a bit of fun. Bombers versus Gold Coast. So let's have a look at the ladder before we get into team selection for round number 3. Very weird. Adelaide are on top of the ladder. Yes, this is 2021. They've actually had a draw. So they're 2 wins and a draw. I think they drew with the Richmond Football Club. We're currently sitting 6th and sitting nice and pretty. Looking forward to getting into today's game. I mean, this is a must win. We win this, we go 3-0. We're looking pretty good. We can try and secure that top 4 position and try and get that Gold Coast Suns their first ever finals berth. Now, for every single season that we had for My Coach, we've won 1 flag. With the Bombers, that's still going, and the GWS Giants couldn't get the job done. But this is the round 3 team. We're taking on the Bombers at the MCG. Like I said, we can actually take a lot of confidence out of that round 1 performance against Melbourne. They got a pretty good team, and we came to the MCG. We got the job done, and then last week we played against the Sydney Swans, and we also won there. So, team selection for round number 3. Touk Miller returns to the side. It's good to see Touk back in the lineup. He was out. He was actually best on ground in round number 1, so it's great to see him back. He was out due to injury last week. As we make some only the one change. We've only actually made 1 change for the whole season in all our games so far. So we've only played the 2 games, as you guys know, but it's looking very, very good so far. We're building a bit of continuity in the team and not a lot of injuries, which is really, really good. So let's look at this round 3 team that will be taking on the Bombers in this clash. We've got Harbrow, Thompson, Maynard. Our backline's looking very strong. Lukosius, Collins, and Alice. We've got Miller, Rao, and Swallow. Half forward line, we've got Sam Day, Ainsworth, and Sexton. We've got Rankin, Ben King, and Holman. Ben King and Rankin are causing a lot of problems for teams. We've got Nick Nat, Travis Boak, Brad Crouch. And then on the interchange, we've got Ballard, Weller, Greenwood, and Noah Anderson. Massive clash for the Suns. We win this. We go 3-0, and things are looking good. It is the Suns. It is the Bombers from the MCG.
Hi, I'm Anthony Hudson. We're ready for Saturday Night Football. Tonight, we're coming to you from the MCG. With me in the box for this match will be Gary Lyon. Welcome, Gaz.
Hi, Hutto. I've been anticipating this one all week.
Fighting it out tonight, Hark Essendon and Gold Coast. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp, and the crowd are appreciating it. The banners are ready for the players. The captains make their way, come into this game with really good form. By contrast, coming into this game with some poor form.
So let's get this game underway. The Gold Coast Suns and the Bombers. We are underway. Nick Nat Nui in the ruck. So we actually do come out and try and be extremely aggressive early. You see out of the center. Nice play from the Suns. Load up here. Opportunity for King. And the ball trickles out. But it didn't take long for the Gold Coast Suns to get on the board in this game. Day taps the ball down. And it's our fearless leader, Matt Rao, the captain, runs in, kicks a goal. He's starting to get on the scoreboard. And the Gold Coast Suns are away in this clash. Lovely goal there from Matt Rao. And this, when the captain's getting the game underway, that's what you want. But this was a much tougher game than our previous few games. Every single team's basically taken it up to us. And if we want to be a good team in the league, we need to win these types of games. Ball up here in the Bombers forward line. They were looking extremely dangerous early on. Sam Day gets a tap down, but it falls to Dylan Shield. You'll see here, he snaps on the left foot, and he kicks the first goal for the Bombers. So they are away here at the MCG. 1 straight 6 plays, 1 straight 6. Here come the Bombers yet again out the back. It falls down, and I have no idea why James Stewart is alone in the goal square. He picks it up, he snaps, he goals, and the Bombers have 2. So 2 straight 12 plays, 1 straight 6. Early on in this matchup, Bombers applying all sorts of pressure, but the Gold Coast Suns, we're responding here. Look at Hardbrow. Beautiful handle over the top to Rankin. He can go to Ben King. all alone. Ben King takes a mark. He can go back and kick the goal. So Ben King and Rankin, like I said, forming a really nice duo at the moment. And Ben King kicks the goal for the Gold Coast Suns. We're away here. Still early on in this first term here. Ben King snaps. Probably should have kicked that goal. He misses to the right-hand side. Disappointing miss there from King as the Bombers lead by 5 points early on in this game. Go inside 50 again, the Bombers. Their forwards are actually causing a lot of trouble here. I mean, Laverty lines up from a long, long way out, and he kicks the goal. The Bombers have a nice little lead here heading in to quarter time, but enter Nick Naitanui and Isaac Rankin. So Nick Naitanui in the ruck here gets the tap down. Lovely tap down to Rankin. Runs in, snaps, beautiful goal. So King and Rankin getting off to a really good start, and Nick Naitanui, what a beautiful tap down to Isaac Rankin, who kicks a lovely goal. Nick Naitanui was not done yet. Rises above Orazio Fantasia. Have a look at that. Beautiful mark. Nick Nat just really coming into his own. I mean, he's dominating for the Gold Coast Suns. He was a great off-season get. He kicks the goal heading into quarter time, and the Gold Coast Suns have the lead. Beautiful start from the Gold Coast Suns as we head into quarter time with a 2-point lead. So lovely start here as we move into AFL Live stats. If you guys don't know what this is, I'll be adding real life stats to the games, so then they're much more realistic. So 4-2-26 the Suns, to the Bombers 4 straight 24. Travis Boak's been really good in the middle with 9. Naitanui 7, Rao 7. Rao's got 1, King's got 1, and Rankin's got 1. For the Bombers, Zach Merritt, he's a real problem at the moment. 13 disposals, Heppel's got 8, Dylan Shields got 1, Fantasia's got 1, and Stewart has 1. Big second quarter coming up for both teams. Massive second quarter coming up for the Gold Coast Suns. Now, as we move into this second quarter, it was a much more contested and tough second term. Both teams really struggling to really get into a groove. We see Langford here loading up from outside 50 and kicking a lovely goal. I have no idea why no one's on the line. Brendan Maynard did do a pretty good job on Jake Stringer, but he was pretty quiet in this game and couldn't really, he wasn't really seen. But Rankin here kicks goal number 2. Great to see Isaac Rankin having a really good start to, a solid start to this season. He's come out really good, firing for us. But the Bombers, not done yet. They go inside 50 yet again. Another goal here. Orazio Fantasia. The Bombers are rolling in this second term, and they really started to get going. As you see here, we roll in. We've got to move into Naitanui running through the middle. Now, it's not really often you see your ruckman running through the middle as we bring up the live stats here through this second term. Zach Merritt with the 18. Travis Boak closely behind him, having a really good start to his Gold Coast Suns career. Dyson Heppel on 14. Dylan Shield 12, and Matt Rao, consistent season so far in his second year with 10, as we're closing in on this second half to be finished. Let me know what you think of the AFL Live stats if you're enjoying them. I'm actually loving doing them every single week. 32 plays 37 through this second term. The Bombers had another opportunity here to get into a nice lead. They were actually on top of us in this second term, and you could definitely tell that the momentum was starting to swing their way. Zaharaka snaps towards goal. He misses on the siren as we head into halftime. 38 plays 32. The Bombers get the lead as we look at these live stats. Zach Merritt, absolutely dominating at the minute, just killing us in the midfield. He has 19. Dyson Heppel has 14. Dylan Shield has 12. Travis Boak, the 15. Isaac Rankin, 11. And Rao has 10. Fantasia with 2. But Zach Merritt, we need to stop him. If we don't stop him, this Bombers team are going to run rampant, and this Bombers team could probably win this game. We don't want to, imagine we went undefeated. That would be the main massive goal in this series. It'd actually be unreal as we move into this massive second half for both teams. Like I said, the Bombers definitely came to play in this second half. You see here, we were struggling just with our ball movement. We couldn't really get into a nice flow here. You see the Bombers moving the ball well. They go inside 50, and Rory Thompson, was just outplayed by James Stewart in this term. Absolutely outplayed by James Stewart. Kicks the goal there, and the Bombers starting to get on a roll here. 12-point game as they get another mark through Jake Stringer, and we know Jake Stringer can kick these types of goals. 55 meters out, and he kicks it. So it wasn't panic stations. We needed something to get going. Jaden Laverty also bobbed up and kicked a goal. So the Bombers were extending their lead to the biggest lead of the game, and the most we've been down all season. But we weren't going to lie down. We definitely weren't going to lie down, but the Bombers just had all the answers. And like I said, Rory Thompson just outplayed James Stewart, taking another mark, kicking another goal, and things were looking grim. But we go inside 50 here out the back. We are extremely dangerous when it gets in our forward line. And like I said, it's not really often you see the ruckman taking bounces, and Nick Nat kicks the goal. So there is a glimmer of hope. We were trailing here, but we were starting to get back into the game. Isaac Rankin really sets it off here off the halfback. Don't know why he's at halfback, but he sets this up. Runs in. Beautiful handball. Gets it over the top. Swallow. Lovely chip. He finds Took Miller. Took Miller, best on round 1. It was good to see him back. He's I mean, he was pretty decent in this game. Kicks a nice goal. And the Gold Coast Suns, we're still in this game. We're not giving up. But the Bombers just had the answers. I mean, they go inside 50 again. And another mark to James Stewart. He goes back. He slots the goal. And Rory Thompson, I mean, struggling in this game. Don't know what I could really do to basically make this better. We go inside 50 though. Ball goes down. Numbers at the floor. Ben King. Our two bigs roving. Nick Nat and Ben King. And King kicks his second. Nice goal there from King. It's just the Bombers just had answers. I mean, it was just one of those nights. I mean, it wasn't like the Melbourne game where we basically got on top for more than 5 minutes. The Bombers just answered at every single change. And a lovely goal there from Kyle Langford that really, really hurts us as we close in on three-quarter time. So the Bombers really set themselves up in that term. A 25-point lead to the Dons. Really playing some good footy. 12-3-75 to the Gold Coast Suns. 8-2-50. Travis Boak's been really good. Brad Crouch started to work his way into that game. But Zach Merritt just a class above. 26 disposals for Zach Merritt. Dyson Heppel had 18. Kyle Langford had 15. Stewart, the 4 goals. Rankin's got 2. Nat Nui's got 2. And Ben King's got 2. So, 25-point lead to the Bombers. Can we make it up here in this last term? Massive last term coming up for the Gold Coast Suns. One thing that's become a pattern with Gold Coast in real life, they come to Melbourne, they get absolutely blown out when they basically are in the game. So that's what we did not want to allow happen. But I mean, the Bombers just had answers, as you see here. Guelphy takes the mark, goes inside 50, another opportunity, and a lovely mark there to James Stewart. He went back, he slotted the goal, and the Bombers just all over us here, 31 points. We do have a snap-on goal here from Hugh Greenwood. He doesn't get it to go, but disappointing night. I mean, I expected more. I thought we'd come out after our 2 good wins. Maybe we're just a little bit tired here. You see, though, beautiful shot on goal here. Should have been a goal here from Alex Sexton. He misses, and we just didn't take our chances in this game. And we've got to lick our wounds. Got to bounce back. We take on the Eagles next week on a Friday night, so another prime time. It's either Friday or Saturday, so it should be good. Leading disposals through this game, Zach Merritt just killing it, 30 disposals. Travis Boak, 23. Heppel, 22. Rao had been good with 20. He started to get going, but Langford, I mean, Langford was the surprise packet. Didn't expect him to get going in this game. So the Bombers going to run out winners in this game. I mean, we've got to improve some of the changes you guys would make in future videos. Make sure to comment down below. I'd love to know what you guys think. As you see, Took Miller here. Put a little bit of respect on the scoreboard and kick the goal. It wasn't all disappointing. I mean, the Bombers could have really come out and just run over the top of us. I mean, you see here, lovely play here to Townsend. It just means we do have a lot to improve on. We still got a lot to do if we want to be a top 8 team. We are 2-1, so it's not panic stations yet. It's only round number 3, but we've seen some pretty good early signs from the Gold Coast Suns. We just hope we can keep improving. This really sums up our night here. Hurley coming out the front of King and just sealing the deal. So all over here at the MCG, the Bombers get the win. We lose our first win. We'll lose our first game of the series. Now, if we look back to the GWS series, it took us like 4 games to win a game. So we won our first 2. We'll look to bounce back next week against the West Coast Eagles. Any changes you guys want to see in the lineup, you guys see the lineup at the start of the video. Make sure to comment down below who should come in after that disappointing performance. 9-4-58, the Gold Coast Suns to the Bombers, 14-3-87. Just a little bit too good. Zach Merritt finished with 34. Dyson Heppel, 24. Langford had 18. Stewart kicked 5. So Rory Thompson was just... he was beaten in this game. Isaac Rankin kicked 2. Travis Boak was really good for us with 26. Rao had 21. And Crouch, he had the 17. Nick Nat was pretty good for us in the middle as well. I mean, he won that ruck duel. He was on Sean McKernan. But we get into J21 votes for another week. Let's have a look at the leaderboard before we do it. This was round 2, the leaderboard. Brad Crouch, 7. Miller, 5. Rao, 4. Rankin's got 4. Nick Nat Nui's got 3. But it's, I mean, J21 votes, it's looking pretty good. There's a lot of players getting votes. That's what you want. You don't just want 3 or 4 players getting votes every week. But it is heating up. I love doing J21 votes, so make sure to comment down below some of the changes. But this is the votes for round number 3. Travis Boak got the 5 with the 26. Matt Rao, pretty good with 4. Nick Nat Nui, 3. Miller, 2. Rankin, 1, as the voice cracked. But yeah, as you see there, pretty good leaderboard. Rao now leads with 8. Crouch with 7. Miller with 7. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the like button. Get involved. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay blessed.